Okay, so hi guys, welcome to Duolingo Preparation Made Easy. This is week 1, day 2, and the trainer is Miss Shruti. These are just some basic instructions for all of you. Make sure you have a stable internet connection and a noise-free environment. We recommend you to use your earphones for the best experience. The microphones and cameras are turned off during the session, so any queries you have, please do put it on the chat box. Participate actively and stay on topic. Respect your instructor, your classmates, and yourself. Be respectful and professional. These are the memberships offered. So as you've registered for this course, you've been upgraded to the bronze membership for free. So if you go for the silver membership, you would be getting comprehensive IELTS and GRE preparation, USHAR Pro University recommendations, smart application tracking, and also free 100 hours GRE course. If you go for the gold membership, you would be getting one-on-one Duolingo IELTS classes, comprehensive IELTS GRE preparation, expert university recommendations, and a dedicated counselor for the entire application process, which includes a statement of purpose, letter of recommendation, and visa also. So we have an option called free profile evaluation, under which you would be getting comprehensive evaluation, university shortlisting, course recommendations, country recommendations, and also a recommendations report. During the session, you can clarify all your doubts with our experts. We do have free GRE live classes going on from 8:30 to 9:30 p.m. Monday to Friday. It's a 2-month course, which is 8 weeks. Okay, now I request Shruti. I'll just show you our website once. So what you can do is once you log, how to access our handouts is that once you have logged into your account, you can put your name and go to My Test Preparation. Here you will see a Duolingo English Comprehensive Live Classes course. Click on View Course. And if you go to listening and writing week 1, day 1, and you go to the last link, this is a link to the recording of yesterday's session. And if you go to day 2 and you click on the first link that you see, this is the link to today's handout. I'll be sharing the link on the chat box as well. Guys, we also have a Telegram group where we share extra material and the answers to the handouts which are available on our website. So I urge you guys to do join that. You guys please do join our Telegram group. I'll be sharing the link to that also. You can join that group only using your mobile phone, and this link will not work on your laptop. So please do try to join from your mobile phone only.
Guys, hope you all are doing great. Rishma, can you please share your screen? So I hope the screen is visible to all of you. Can I get a quick thumbs up if you can see the screen, guys? Next slide. So guys, yesterday we have discussed the first type 1 and type 2 questions, which are read and complete and read and select. Today we will be discussing listen and type and listen and respond. Okay, so the first one is a type of question where you will be listening to an audio and then you will be typing it out. Whereas the second question, it's something called as interactive listening, where you listen to, you're a part of a conversation between you and a friend or you and a teacher, okay, a student and a teacher. So here you have to listen to an audio and respond to that audio accordingly. Cool? Yeah. Okay, let's go. Next slide, please. So this is how the question is going to look in the examination. If you see on the top right, it says this particular question, you get 1 minute to answer. Okay, you will be evaluated on your comprehension skills and your conversation skills. Next slide. Okay, some of the very important points that you need to remember here are, you have to exactly type what you hear, and this question is going to repeat at least 3 to 4 times in the test. You'll get exactly 1 minute to complete the question, and when you are trying to record your answer, or when you want to replay the recording, you need to click on the orange speaker button there. Okay, overall you can play the audio for 3 times. One, the audio is going to play automatically, and the other 2 times you need to replay it when you want to listen. Okay, make sure that you are thorough with the spelling and punctuation, and here all this, exactly what you're writing, your spelling, your punctuation, everything is going to contribute for your comprehension and conversation skills. Next one. Okay, some important points are, make sure that you try replaying the audio, use all the 3 times to listen to it. Okay, so the first time you listen to it and write exactly what you hear. If you're stuck in between the sentence because the sentence is too long, try playing it the second time and try completing the sentence. And in the last, play for the third time to make sure to check if you have written everything right or wrong. Okay. Now, so I have written the same here. Listening, you listen for the first time and write exactly what you hear. Listening second and third to check your answers and fix your mistakes. Okay. And make sure to understand if that particular statement told in the audio is a statement or a question. Okay. If you come across a statement, make sure you end the sentence with a full stop. And if it's a question, make sure you add a question mark in the last. Okay. You can also use some contractions which would show how good with you are with your English, such as it is can be written as it's, you have can be written as you have, right? Use this contractions. Next slide. Okay, now let's try solving few of these types. Okay, here we'll be playing you audio 3 times. Once we'll play and then we'll wait for 10 seconds, we'll play again and then we'll wait for 10 seconds and we'll play for the third time. Then we will be revealing you the answer. Okay, try writing exactly what you hear. Don't try to make any changes or don't try to add something or don't try to skip anything. Okay, come on, let's start.
Both my parents are from Canada, but they both live in England now.
Replay.
Both my parents are from Canada, but they both live in England now. Both my parents are from Canada, but they both live in England now.
Come on, guys. I'll be revealing the answer in the next 10 seconds. Try writing your answers in the chat box. This is a very important kind of question to check how well you listen and how well you can write. Right? Cool? Good. I see some good answers coming in. Come on, keep writing. Yes. Now let's look at the answer. Yeah. So few people are telling both my parents are from Canada, but they both live in England now. Okay, so guys, it's Canada and England. Just make sure. That's why listening to it is very important. I see few people have spelled Canada twice, whereas the first time it's Canada. Both my parents are from Canada, but they both live in England now. Very good. Let's go for the next question. Yeah. Audio, please.
It ended in a draw, but it was a good game because both teams played well. It ended in a draw, but it was a good game because both teams played well. It ended in a draw, but it was a good game because both teams played well.
Take few more seconds, guys, to complete it. So you're gonna get medium difficulty. You also are gonna get multiple sentences. The length of the audios might differ, so you should practice all kinds of lengths of questions here. Okay? Any answers, guys? Come on, keep writing. I know this is a long sentence. Cool. Let's check the answer now. It ended in a draw, but it was a good game because both teams played well. Okay? So you will get 10 seconds between the replays. Okay, you will get an option to play on your own at your own speed. Don't worry about it. Here we are playing it little fast, but we'll try in the next one to play it little slow. So take your time to write. Okay, next one. Come on.
Actually, neither my dad nor my mum went to university. Actually, neither my dad nor my mum went to university. Actually, neither my dad nor my mum went to university. Actually, neither my dad.
Good. Now try writing your answers. Good, good. I see some good answers coming in. Few people are even adding some punctuation there. Make sure you listen to the punctuation properly, guys. The spacing between the words. Very good, very good. Keep it going. let's look at the answer now. Yeah. So all people who have placed your commas right after actually have done a very good job. You need to make sure that you also put full stops in the end. That's how much importance you need to give to the punctuation here. It's going to give you additional marks. And yes, let's look at the answer. Actually, neither my dad nor my mom went to the university. So whenever there's a gap when you're listening to the audio, make sure that you put the right punctuation there. Okay, the last article, please.
Nope, I neither smoke nor drink. Nope, I neither smoke nor drink. Nope, I neither smoke nor drink.
Okay, I see some answers here. Is it nope or is it no? Okay, I got both the answers, no and no. Cool. Let's look at the answer now. So guys, here it's not no, it's no. No, I neither smoke nor drink. Okay, so make sure your punctuations are on point, and it's no. Okay, cool. Now let's go to the second question type for today, guys. We're going to talk about the other question type, which is called interactive listening. Okay, I'll be telling in depth about this. Some of the very important points here are this: you are a part of an academic conversation here, which means either you will be having a conversation with your lecturer or you will be having a conversation with your friend or a colleague. Okay, so you need to listen and select the correct answer according to the audio. You'll have like 5 to 6 questions in over a span of 4 minutes. You will only get one chance to listen here. So you understand, you will be getting only one chance to listen. So pay your complete attention to the audio and you listen to the audio. You select the correct answer based on the options given to you. After that, after you selecting the answer, next you will be able to see the text of the audio and the correct answer. Irrespective, even if you give a wrong answer, correct answer will be displayed to you. Okay, so this is going to happen for all the 4 or 5 questions that are going to come in the sequence, because at the end of this interactive listening questions, you will be asked to summarize the conversation between you and the lecturer, right? So this is another question which we'll be discussing tomorrow. So this interactive listening all together, okay, you will be able to see the correct answers irrespective of you giving correct or wrong answers. Right? This will help you to understand, even if you miss out one answer, to understand how the conversation flow is going on. Okay. Even here, you will be evaluated on your comprehension and conversation scores. See, guys, comprehension, because you should be able to exactly, clearly comprehend or understand what is placed, what is present in the audio. At the same time, you should be able to hold the conversation by selecting the right answer to the right audio. Right? And as I told you, in the end, you need to write a short summary about your conversation. Okay, the listening texts are going to turn, the listening files will be turning into text post you answering the question. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. Some very important points here are you need to always pay attention to the relationship between the speakers. This is important because if the conversation is between you and the lecturer, it's going to be very formal. But if it is between you and a fellow student, then it doesn't have to be very formal, right? So this is going to help you in figuring out which are the wrong statements. If you come across a very formal statement, you can just eliminate it. This will help you in clearing out the wrong options. Okay, always listen very clearly and listen closely, as there is only one play of the audio prompts. Don't worry if you don't choose the right answer. Read closely in order to keep up with the conversation. And if you want to reread the scenario, before going to the next question, you can always scroll up to reread the scenario and remember the important points of the summary task in the last. Okay, come on, let's go. So here, to simplify this kind of question, because it is a very high scoring question, you'll be getting this question at least twice in your examination, where here in this, we are giving you some strategies which can help you in answering in the best way possible. Okay, make sure you read the situation carefully. in this particular interactive listening, in the beginning, you'll be given a scenario in which kind of scenario you will be a part of the conversation. Okay, so here you need to read the situation carefully and understand the context. Okay, if you understand the context, if the context is about talking about a particular project, you will eliminate all the other options which are not related to the particular topic, right? So this is going to help you. Now, you need to pay close attention to the relationship between the speakers. You have to find distractors and eliminate them. What are distractors? Suppose if you come across some options which might look very important and what do you say, high grammar and everything, but if it is irrelevant to the topic, if it is something that which is not present in the context, in the situation or in the conversation, then completely ignore it. It is a complete distractor. You just have to eliminate it. Okay, and also always look out for the synonyms, because this is a clear way to confuse you in the options. When you come across synonyms, there could be a chance of it being the right answer. This is going to help you find the right answer. Okay, and if you're stuck at some point, reread the previous responses, because you will be getting a chance to read the whole conversation after every question. Okay, you will be getting to look at the previous conversation even before going to the next question. This will help you to get some clues what it could be about, even if you attempt the current answer wrong. Okay, make sure you answer all the questions. If you have to guess because you're confused, that's okay, because even if you guess and even if you answer it wrong, you will be able to see the right answer post answering, right? Okay, now let's go. So for example, look at the scenario here, guys. Okay, it says you're a student in a journalism class. After today's lecture on reporting, you approach your professor to ask them more about what it means to cultivate sources. Okay, so here three points are very important. Here, the student belongs to a journalism class, and their class happened on the topic reporting, and the student wants to talk to teacher about cultivate sources. So these three are the key points of the scenario here. Okay, let's go to the next slide. So after reading the context, the first question is about you starting the conversation. Okay, so you read the scenario, you'll be given some options like this, and you have to select which statement you would like to choose to start the conversation with the opposite person. Okay, cool. Next slide. So the first strategy is make sure you read the situation carefully and understand the context to eliminate the wrong options. The key is to identify the keywords in the scenario, like I told you in the previous slide, how to identify the key points, right? So here the key points are journalism class, reporting, and cultivate sources. Okay, now let's go to the next slide. So, and pay attention to the relationship between the speakers. So from this conversation, it's very clear that the relationship here is between the student and the professor, right? Cool. So this conversation is going to be professional conversation, which is going to be formal. Next. Okay. The strategy 3 is to always identify distractors and eliminate them. There are incorrect options in the multiple choice questions that are designed to distract you. So what can the distractors include? It can be about unrelated topics, or it can be some exaggerated statements which might be meaningless, and there can also be some answers, but you might pause at that particular answer, but you know that that doesn't fit or that doesn't go with the flow of the conversation. Okay, so even if you're unable to find the right answer, always try removing the options which are confusing. Okay, now strategy 4 is to look out for synonyms. Okay, it's not often that you will hear the exact words repeated throughout the conversation, so it's better to look for synonyms of the keywords that you have seen in the scenario. So do you understand how important it is for us to focus on the scenario and keep that keywords in our mind, because the whole conversation is going to rotate around that particular scenario. Okay, cool. Let's go. Next. Yeah, so next slide, please. So if in this particular thing, if you can see clearly that here the lecturer has used the word called developing relationships. Okay, whereas the student has said networking. Both are just synonyms of it, right? So you have to find the right way to do it. Cool. Next, go. Okay, so the last two strategies are, as I told you, if you are stuck, it's okay if you have to guess. Okay, but try finding the right answer. And make sure you answer all the questions, because if you don't answer, still the answers are going to come, but click any answer. Why not, right? Okay, cool. Next. So let's all try solving one interactive listening question, where this is the scenario right now. You are struggling with academic writing and you want to form a study group to improve. Okay, you ask your friend about participating. This is your scenario. Okay, some of the key points here are: you're struggling with academic writing, you want to start a study group, and you ask your friend to participate. Okay, cool. Now let's go. So which statement would you use to start the conversation with your friend? I'll read the options out for you, and I want you to say the correct answer which you would think you will be using in this scenario with your friend. Okay, the first option: hi, I enjoy discussing study strategies. Have you considered setting goals for your writing improvement? Option 2: hey, I recently participated in a study group for exam preparation. Maybe I could help with some tips. Option 3: hello, I'm thinking about forming a study group to improve our presentation skills. What are your thoughts? Option 4: hey, I'm thinking about creating a study group to help improve our academic writing. Would you be interested in joining? Option 5: what's up? Have you heard about the new techniques for improving reading comprehension? Come on, guys. Let's look at the answers now. You try giving your answers and then we'll go ahead. Okay. Some very important points that you need to remember here are your scenario. What were the very important points that we considered there? Okay. I see few answers coming in telling that the option is 4. And let's see the correct answer now. Okay. So the correct answer is option 4. Okay. Why is option 4 the correct answer? If you remember the scenario talks about struggling with academic writing. Okay. And it asks about, and you're asking a friend about starting a study group, right? So if you see, the first question talks about setting goals, which is completely irrelevant to our topic. Second one talks about exam preparation, again irrelevant. Option 3 talks about presentation skills, that is not a topic. And option 5 talks about improving reading comprehension, right? Again, this is not our topic. Look at the distractors. They all talk about forming something similar to study group, but they are talking, not talking about the right topic that we are discussing, right? So very good, guys. Now let's go to the second, next. Okay, now let's listen to the audio of the speaker.
That sounds like a great idea. What do you think the main focus of our study group should be?
Okay, so I'll read out the options for you for this particular audio. I think we should concentrate only on how to write social media posts. That should be enough, right? Option 2, how can we integrate more critical analysis into our presentation for a stronger argument? Option 3, is it true that clear organization and coherence are essential elements of academic writing? Option 4, I taught my students that using a variety of sentence structure can make our writing more engaging and sophisticated. Option 5, I believe we should focus on improving our thesis statements, developing well-structured paragraphs, and refining our citation skills. What do you think? Come on, guys. Which option do you think is correct here? Okay, come on. So I think there are 2 statements which could be correct here if you look clearly, and there are 3 clear distractors. Okay, try finding. And it's not just about the topic, main important points that you should see. You should also see the flow of the conversation. Okay, what did the speaker say? And your answer should follow the question. Okay, now let's look at the answer, guys. So the speaker said, that sounds like a great idea. What do you think the main focus of a study group should be? Okay, it says, so this particular statement, if you look at it, it is focusing on asking about the main focus of study group, right? So people, whoever has, you answered third option, this particular thing is talking about academic writing, but it is not talking about the focus points, and it is not answering the question that the speaker has posted. Speakers posted about the main focus point, whereas option 3 talks about another thing, and it is also questioning again. It is not answering, right? Whereas if you look at the option 5, it says, I believe we should focus on improving our thesis statements, developing well-structured paragraphs, and refining our citation skills. What do you think? So it answered first, option 5. You clearly answered what the question, what the audio has told, and then you again posted a question, right? So option 5 is the correct answer. Can we go to the next slide, please? Yeah, please play the audio. Now listen to this carefully, guys.
Those are excellent aspects to focus on. We could also work on developing our arguments and incorporating evidence more effectively.
So let me read the options for you. Option 1 says, what are some tips for improving the clarity and conciseness in our emails? Option 2, that's a great suggestion. I'll make sure to include those points in a study group plan. Do you have any ideas for structuring our meetings? Option 3, can you help me understand the difference between various citation styles like APA, MLS, and Chicago? Option 4, how can we practice writing engaging social media posts to gain new followers? Option 5, in my last class, I shared some strategies for refining our editing and proofreading skills. The students loved it. Okay, come on, what could be the answer? Cool, cool, cool. I see a lot of people telling option 2 is the right answer, because if you can clearly see, everything else is a distraction. Okay, option 5 talks as if the relationship between two people is about teacher and student. Okay, so that doesn't work. Option 4 talks about social media posts, so that's not a topic. Option 3 talks about citation skills, which we did not discuss about. And option 1 talks about clarity and conciseness in our emails, which is not our topic. So we're sticking to option 2, great. Okay, so if you see guys here, I try to find the right answer by removing the distractors. So this is also a way to find out if you are struggling. Okay, cool, good. Let's look at the answers now. Yeah. Okay, so the speaker said those are excellent aspects to focus on. We could also work on developing our arguments and incorporating evidence more effectively. Okay, so here we did not include the same things that were told by the speaker, but we continued it. We told that yes, that's a great suggestion. We responded to it in a different way, and I'll make sure to include those points in our study group plan. Do you have any ideas for structuring our meetings? So we gave another question. Come on, guys. Let's go for the next question. Yeah. Audio, please.
We could start each meeting by discussing specific writing challenges we're facing, then work together on exercises and share feedback on each other's writing.
Let's look at the options now. I disagree. I think feedback is so important. We need more of it, especially from our teachers. Option 2. That sounds like a productive approach. I'll organize our first meeting and place some exercises for us to work on. Thanks for your input. Option 3 says, how can we better understand the nuances of academic language and tone in our presentations? Option 4, what are some techniques for effectively memorizing quotations to use when we debate? Option 5 says, I just told my students about the benefits of using peer review and feedback to improve our academic writing. Come on, guys, give your answers. See clearly, try removing your distractors if needed, and make sure you follow the flow of the conversation. Cool? Okay. Let's look at the answer now. Okay. So the correct answer is the second option, which says that sounds like a productive approach. So first you're responding to the speaker, telling that it's a productive approach, right? You are reacting to it. And then you're continuing, I'll organize a first meeting, because this is just a conversation about starting a study group. And the question talks about what shall we discuss in our meetings and how shall we work on them together, right? So here our student says, I'll organize a first meeting and prepare some exercises for us to work on. Thanks for your input, right? So if you see, everything else are very different, okay? The first option is about disagreeing, which we did not disagree anyway till now, right? And option 3 talks about the tone in our presentations, whereas this is about our academic writing. And option 4 talks about effectively memorizing quotations. So we haven't come across that in our conversation. And option 5 is again about a teacher speaking about their students. So this is irrelevant. Last, come on, next, let's go to the last slide. Okay, this is our last one, guys. Try it. Come on.
You're welcome. I'm looking forward to our study group meetings. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need any help with planning or preparation.
So guys, here you just have to find the right sentence to end the conversation. Okay, let's look at the options. Thanks a lot. I'll be in touch if I have any more questions or need additional input. Option 2, I still don't understand the concept of counter arguments. Can you explain it? Option 3, I'll make a study schedule. Option 4, I'll make sure to use different colors for my flashcards to help me remember better. Option 5, okay, you should put some sound effects on every slide you make. What could be the right answer, guys? Okay, good, good. I see some students telling that the first option is the right answer, and no student is telling any other option is the right answer. So that I think everybody is understanding how to end the conversation. Okay, if Let's look at the answers, guys. See, it clearly talks about, you're welcome. I'm looking forward to our study group meetings. Don't hesitate to reach out if you need any help with planning or preparation. Okay, so our answer says, thanks a lot. I'll be in touch if any more questions or need additional help. Okay, so if you look at any other option here, you're not trying to end the conversation. The second option is not trying to end the conversation. It is trying to explain more of counter arguments. Option 3 talks about a study schedule, which we did not discuss about. Option 4 is talking about using flash colors, like, different colors for flashcards. That is irrelevant to us. And option 4 talks about putting sound effects on slide, which is irrelevant. Okay. So yes, so we are done here for today. And this is the whole conversation that you had. Okay. One-on-one conversation. So now we will be discussing about how to use this whole conversation that you had. You will also get a minute to review the whole conversation you had. And you will have to write a summary of your conversation in the examination. And that is a very important topic, which we'll be discussing tomorrow. Till now, if you have any doubts, you can post it on the chat and I'll be here to help you out. Any doubts, guys?